objectives and visions. Mr. Reynolds? Going the same. Mute.
Great. Thank you so much for the question. Like you say, I was co-founder and CEO of TaxiConnect, and I started off as my very own baby. All right, there we go. Perfect. Great. So this started off as my very own baby, and I was at a point very scared to share it with anyone, especially when I went to Philippus. That's why I made him sign a non-disclosure, because I was just like, this is my baby. And so just a little backstory of how the idea came about. It was on a very cold night. I don't know what it is with cold nights, but yeah. So I was on campus, which is UNAM, and I had an evening class. So after class, I went out to the taxi rank looking for a cab, and there was a number of taxis in that taxi rank. And I kept asking, I was telling them obviously where I stayed, can you please take me there, can you please take? And they were all like, no, we're not going there. And I stood back, crossed my arms, and I looked at a bunch of students, and I thought to myself, how is this possible that we can have a taxi rank full of taxis and all the students are just standing there, and I myself couldn't find a cab? And at that point I thought about it and I figured it out. It was the reason why me as a student has to go to each and every taxi asking them if they could drop me off to my location was because they had no idea. So that's when I thought, how can I connect, or how can I come up with something that is able to connect taxi drivers to customers? Because just that flow of information. And that night, went home, opened my laptop, started doing research, crazy research. And so this research took about a year to complete. And I remember missing class, so I'm standing here right now, and I have no clue how I actually even graduated. No clue. Because I missed every class. Every time I came to campus, I saw taxis, I was speaking to taxi drivers. So what do you think about this idea? If something like this would happen, and obviously they went for it because they haven't really seen the vision of how it would actually shape the way we commute and the way that they could get clients. So yes, in short, that is how TaxiConnect came about and how the idea came about. So, wow, the first year has been a very successful year for us. But before I go there, I think I will share with you just who we are and what our vision is, where we're going, and what our mission is as well. So, yes, so there we go. TaxiConnect, as it says, it's a locally envisioned, developed, and programmed system, right? So what we do is we provide a smart and interactive technology for taxi bookings and transport management. Now, just let me stop there. I'm sure most of you are wondering what transport management is. So what we do with our partners is when they sign up to operate as driver partners, we give them a platform where they're able to see exactly where their taxi is. They're able to see how much a taxi is making, very important for taxi owners, and how many people they've picked up for the day. So a whole lot of analytics is what we provide for them, so they can be able to manage their transportation business, right? Yes, so in short, that is what we do. Just in addition, so with all these platforms that we use, which I mentioned, the one that we provide for the taxi owners, yes, and on that we can go to the next page. All right, so this is our vision. What we envision is to safely, conveniently, and reliably connect the transportation industry to its partners, to its clients, and its customers through innovative and market-adapting technology. So that is our vision. The vision is not only to change and shape the taxi industry, but we've seen, as we've been on this journey, we've realized that there's so much potential in the transportation industry, and
how we can actually digitalize it and make it much more reliable and convenient for everyone in the transportation industry. So that is our vision. And coming to our mission is just to provide safety, number one. Second of all, convenience and a reliable experience for everyone that uses our platform. Great. So, the past 12 months, wow. It's been a great ride, to be honest. And standing here is a very big dream, personally, for me. And I've envisioned myself being on a stage, and that drove me and gave me so much strength and faith that it is actually possible to start something, give it your very best, and achieve that which you envision, right? And of course, we had so many failures and so many challenges, and one thing that we do is we don't necessarily show you our failures. So all you see is how well we're doing. You're welcome. And of course, we had so many challenges. I mean, one of the biggest being taxi drivers, approaching these different taxi drivers and telling them about who we are and what we are doing for them and how we can actually be of a great benefit to their business. And obviously, in the first days, taxi drivers didn't accept us. We would go around to taxi rank and say, "Sir, we have this great product, and it can really change the way you guys can make money." And they're just like, yeah, shut the heck, Wangao. And at some point, because what we do is our onboarding process, we require each and every taxi driver and each and every taxi owner to give us all the relevant documents which permits them to be drivers or taxi drivers by law. And at some point, they even thought, no, these guys just want our documents. Then tomorrow they'll come with lawyers and say, this is their cars. So it was a very big challenge to start with, but as we started flowing and getting more and more drivers that actually accepted it and were actually willing to try this new thing out. I mean, it's not easy to bang into something that's new, especially when it comes to technology. And yes, so from there on, they a few months in, they started coming to us. And that's when we knew that, okay, we're actually up to something great here, guys. We need to keep on pushing and really drive it to where we see the vision to be. And like I said, so the past 12 months, we'd actually projected to only have 5,000 users for 2021. And here we are, 12 months later, we have 12,000 users. Thank you. Thank you. And that's 8,500 active monthly users. So that's 8,500 people using this app every month. And yes, so the rides, so far we've done over 30, numbers. We've done over 35,000 rides. And we're still hoping to reach that million rides very soon. Right. Yes, and with that, so TaxiConnect 2.0. So TaxiConnect 2.0 is really engineered to look at the areas that we've been, because during this journey, the first version, as TaxiConnect 1.0, is more of an MVP, which is a minimum viable product. And with that, we used every feedback and every data that we got from users to make sure that we engineer something that people actually need. Because with version 1 is all about what we thought people needed. But then throughout the journey, we've learned that actually people need much more than we offer right now. And I'm pretty much very excited to present to you TaxiConnect version 2.0. So please allow me to welcome back Mr. Philippus as we present to you the TaxiConnect version 2.0. Right, Mr. Philippus, please. Thank you.
Asking for help. a dream.
Right.
I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase.
Let us dive right in. So we're moving to the third thing on the program, which is how to open an account on version 2.0. So without further ado, let's dive right in. I think when we decided on how we wanted to do this presentation, we thought let's really make it very holistic. Let's make sure that whoever is viewing really gets a tutorial of how the application works, so they find their way around the application. And we really make sure that with version 2.0, we make it as user-friendly as possible. We make sure that anyone from someone's Oma to someone who's grade 7 can really find their way around the application. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into opening up an account. So let me rather move this way. So just a second. All right, there we go. So this is how the application looks like when you open it, and then let's get right into it. So the very first thing the application asks you to do is to insert your cell phone number. All the viewers watching, please don't copy my number. Please don't text me. All right, let's get to it. Insert the cell phone number. Click, and you tap on by proceeding you will receive an SMS and data fees may apply. We say yes. Right, the application detects when a text message is sent with a 6-digit code. It brings you to this page where you should click create your account. Asks you for your name, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert my name. I hope I spell it correctly. Then it's going to ask you for your gender. So we really made sure to include an option for people who don't identify with any gender. I think it's important that we recognize that such people exist. We don't need to really confine them to a specific gender. But I think I'm male, so I'm going to choose male. And then it asks for my email address. So I'm going to go ahead and insert it. Also, please don't send me emails as a belief. Right, and then you click next. Just a second. Right, and then this is your application. This is your account with your name on the side bar, which my colleague is going to come up and explain in a bit. But this is the application, this is the map. And I think if you notice, you see a car there. That car usually detects, is usually the cab driver wherever it is. And then that's probably usually the route, how far the cab driver is from you. But this is the map. If you can see here, Independence Avenue, we are probably somewhere here on the map. But with that, I'd like to call on, just give me a second quickly. Okay, with that, I'd like to call on Mr. Shivagala to take us through how to request for a cab and all the other brilliant features that the application has to offer. Mr. Shivagala?
Just before I come back on, let me first welcome Mr. Mac, which is our Yes, all right. Please do help me welcome Mac. This is our full stack developer, and he will just walk us through the side menu of the app. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reno. Good evening, everyone. My name is Meg, and I'm the full stack developer on the team. And the other name for a full stack developer is basically a software engineer. So my job is basically to develop the application. Right. So this basically, I'll go through the very basic feature that you have once you have created your account. It could be that you maybe misspelled your name, or something went wrong with your registration, or provided a wrong email address maybe. So this is the side menu that you have presented to you. And the first options that you have are your rides. So what you see as your ride is basically where you will see the list of all the trips that you have basically done with the application. So you'll be able to see all the details as from the pickup location and the drop-off locations of all the trips that you have made in the past. And I will go through the settings. As for the wallet, will be chopped now. So as for the settings options, this is the account that was created by my colleague recently. So I will just demonstrate how you could do a simple change, say your personal information, for example. You could basically decide to change the name. That is Philippus. And my name is very simple, so I will just change it to Mac. Yeah. So I will save that. Okay, and that was successfully done, and the name has changed. So apart from changing your identity, basically, your personal information, you can also select your favorite places. And we assume that some of the places you mostly frequent or you'll be dropped off or take your cab from would be your home, your work, or for those that go to the gym, would also select the gym. So these locations will just facilitate you whenever you have to select the pickup location, the drop-off location. You can just set it in your application so that you don't always have to search for it. So you have the home, the work, and the gym. And as it comes to the privacy, we have the terms and conditions. And once you click on it, to basically take you, it has a link to the public website or the official website of TaxiConnect. So you can go through and read all the privacies and everything that is involved once you are actually using the application. And lastly, you have the privacy statements. Basically, those are also related. So these are just the basic, very basic features that are presented on the application. And there is more to be presented which are coming up. And I will call back Mr. Reynolds to just take you through now the rights and start with the actual services which are being offered. Thank you.
Perfect. I come back. I am back. All right. So what you see, I hope everyone can see. You can't see. How about here? We good? Yeah. All right. Perfect. All right. So the two vehicles that you see are the closest drivers. And something that my colleague had not mentioned, it says hi. It says hi. At least it says hi. All right. So moving on. Now we're going to go through how you can actually make a request on the app. And you can all ignore the delivery for now. That is one of our new features. But for now, we'll be looking at the ride and how it is easier to get a ride in the city. So once you tap on ride, you see it detects exactly where you are. So what private location means is that you're not at a taxi rank. And if you're at a taxi rank, it will tell you exactly that you're at a taxi rank. Believe it or not, just a quickly a backstory of this whole detection of taxi rank and private location. We actually had to drive all over Windhoek to get the coordinates. To get the coordinates of every taxi rank that is in Windhoek. Very tiring. Took us days, but we did it, and it is all for this, so that the app can be able to detect exactly where you are. Great. So moving on is your convenience. We all know that sometimes you just don't want to share the ride with anyone. You prefer a private ride, and we've took that into consideration as well. And our second one would be the shared booking, which is the shared ride. So with the shared booking, you might find other people in the cab, or the cab might pick up other passengers on the way to dropping you off, which is, I mean, much more affordable than the private option. Great, so for now we'll go with the Connect Us. So after that we have the number of people. Like I said in the beginning, it's a flow of information about the driver knowing exactly what he's getting himself into and who he's picking up, how many people he's picking up, and that's why we have that to indicate exactly how many people you are. So here we indicate, let's say for example, 3 people. We're 3, and we might not be going to the same location, so we took that into consideration as well. And if you tap on, you just toggle on the green button, it will allow you as well to choose if you guys are going to the same location. So we'll start off with not going to the same location. So once you click on next, you'll see it will ask for all the passengers' destinations. So you're going to, one is going to Komastau, one is going to Chomise, another one is going to Vanaheda. You just input that there. So going back, if all 3 of you are going to the same location, you just toggle that on, and it will allow you to insert that one destination. For example, now we can say we're going to Komastau, right? So the next thing is the pickup notes. Again, flow of information. The driver needs to know exactly who's picking up, and if you have some preferences, maybe you want to tell the driver to please wear a mask, or, well, tell him not to talk to you, because some of us just prefer silence on the ride. So once you insert that, okay, we can say, please wear a mask. Just in case he doesn't get it, as a belief. All right, next. So as you see on the top, it detects exactly how far your destination is from where you are. And yes, I'm sure everyone's eye is glued on the electric car. But yes, so we have 3 riding styles. The first one would be your economy, which is affordable. And so with the economy, you have your normal taxis. We'll get back to the electric cars later. And moving on, we have, moving on, we have the comfort. We have the comfort option, whereas if you prefer not to ride in a taxi, because we've noticed that some people just don't want to get into a taxi. So this is was also part of the feedback that we got from people, because we had an amazing woman. She had requested for a taxi on the app, and when the taxi arrived, she was very bothered, and she started speaking in a very vulgar way towards the driver. And of course, feedback is very important. Sometimes it's not even how you get it, whether it's in a bad way or a good way, it's feedback. So you'd have to take it into consideration. And we looked into that and said, okay, great, so ma'am, you did not want a normal taxi. It doesn't matter if he was alone or not, you just wanted a car. So we gave them a car. And now we have the comfort option, or the comfort riding style, where you have normal car that will pick you up. And for that, we have partnered up with some amazing companies to make that possible. And yes, so moving on, we have as well the luxury. Yes, the Mercedes-Benz. So with that, it is currently, as it says, unavailable, but we are working on making it available very soon. So in the months to come, you can expect to also make a request for a luxury car on the app. Great, so back to the electric. Yeah, so with the electric, I myself was very fortunate to have driven 2 different electric cars here in Namibia. And I got these cars for 2 weeks just to get the feel on how it actually works and how good it is for the environment. And we've decided this so many people actually don't even know. Like every time I would mention an electric car, people would be like, "We have electric cars in Namibia." Yes, we do. Around, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 30 of them. And yes, like I said, I was very fortunate to have driven 2 of them. So we want to make this option available for every Namibian to experience riding in an electric car. And I feel like we are really being left behind when it comes to things like this, like electric cars. And we want to introduce this and make it a norm. Like, knowing about an electric car should be something that's like, oh, cool, it's an electric car, right? We are in the 21st century, and the world is in the 4th industrial revolution, so an electric car should be something that's normal, right? Yes, so very soon we're working with our partners to make that available as well, but you can expect that as well in the next coming months. Great, so if you look on the bottom left, it indicates the number of people that made the request, and we have the cash payment method, which is now currently our main payment method. But by next month, you will be able to use a TaxiConnect wallet. So the TaxiConnect Connect wallet is one that you can top up with your credit card. Yes, you can trust us. So you can top this up with your credit card, and every time you make a request, the app automatically pays your ride from the money that's in your wallet. So whatever the fare was, it subtracts that from your wallet. So it's not a thing of every time you take a ride, you need to use your credit card, but it's a once-off thing. You just input a $50 or $100, and yeah, test it and see how you enjoy it. Great. Just one more thing. So if you see on your bottom right, it says schedule. So sometimes you want a taxi, but just not now, in the next 15 minutes maybe. So what you do is you just go on the schedule, tap on today, set your time, and let's say I want a taxi at 9. Confirm that, and the app will put in a request for you to be picked up at 9:59. That's almost curfew. Don't do that. It's very risky. So yes, we have our latest when it comes to scheduling is until tomorrow. So you can schedule a ride for later today or tomorrow. And most people, this is also a feature that's available on the current app, and I see that we see that most people use this, especially when they're going to work in the morning. They would put in a schedule the night before so that they know that they have a ride in the morning. Great. So then you just click on next, gives you the summary, and boom, getting you a ride. Great. So once it comes here, what it does is it finds the closest taxi driver or the closest driver, depending on the ride style that you've chosen. And I think something that's very important to mention is I know a lot of people have been complaining like, I would wait for 10 minutes or I would wait for 20 minutes and this cab is far. And that's in the current app. But the reason why is because, our old dispatch system was one that would send out your request to each and every taxi driver, doesn't matter where they are. So I can make a request from here and a taxi driver in Katutura would still see it. And we saw that was not helping, but we now have enough fleet on the platform. So what the new dispatch system does is it sends your request to the closest driver, and so the closest driver, and it sends your request to the closest driver until it finds you the one that's closest to you. So they accept it, so it doesn't send it all the way to Katutura anymore, it sends it to the one that's closest. Yes, and that is the right option for now. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. I don't think you guys understand. But for me personally, every single time, it always marvels me like it's the very first time. This all came from an idea that someone was standing at the taxi rank, saw taxis, saw people, but nothing was going on. Now you have options where you can select an electric car. Isn't this amazing? I think, can we give one more round of applause to the team? I think one of the biggest aspects that we really decided we're not going to compromise on as a team was the safety. We also wanted to create a platform that we know is safe, especially during the time when we were developing this. It was a time when a lot of young ladies were really disappearing in the country. Disappear for months, no one knows where they are. We don't know if it was because of them getting into a cab and the cab never successfully dropped them off at their destination. So we really decided as a team we were going to look at different ways to really try and enforce safety on the application to make sure that in any given circumstances we are aware of what's going on. So with that, I'd like to call on Ms. Sarah Ileka, the only lady in the team, to come give us a breakthrough on what happens after after the application finds you a taxi and some of the safety measures the app has to offer. Ms. Sarah?
Okay. I just said technology and I work for a technology company. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so my name is Sarah and I am the only woman on the team for now. So we will get more women on the team. So once you have been accepted by a cab, so I'm just going to wait for the nearest driver to accept me. Okay. So my driver's name is also Sarah. Convenient. Okay. So once you've been accepted, you are able to see all your trip details, which is the taxi's number. So right now it will just show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but usually under that it would be the car's number, like the taxis have numbers on them. And then it also has the car's picture and the driver's picture also. It doesn't have, because I'm Sarah and this is how I look like, but it would have had a driver's picture. It also just tells you how far the driver is, in case you forgot how much you were about to pay, and so on and so on. So another feature that we've added is share your trip. So this allows you to share your trip with either your close family and friends or just wherever you're going so that they know how far you are in case maybe your phone is going to switch off on the way, things like that. So if I select here, then I can select mom or whoever, and she will know where I am. So this just allows you to feel a lot more safer. Because there's something that I used to do when I took a cab. If I take a cab, I'd always text my mom the cab number just in case something went wrong. So now not only can I share, sorry guys, not only can I share the cab number, but now she can also see exactly where I am. Okay, so I'm just going to take us back. We also have the safety button that is very close on the homepage, so you don't have to click here. You can just click on this blue thing on your right. Yes. Okay, let me go back so I can show you. So that little blue icon there, that is the safety button. So this is also where you can share your trip, and you can also emergency call. So this number is so that you can call the authorities immediately if you feel threatened. So like sometimes you don't really have time to type in the number, or you don't even know the number. So we have it there for you. After that, after the driver has confirmed that I've been picked up, he will then confirm that he has dropped me off safely. So let me just wait for my driver to confirm. Okay, perfect. So this is how it will look like after the driver has confirmed. So it's very important for users to confirm that they've been dropped off. So this allows us to know that you've actually been dropped off. So you are acknowledging the fact that you've been dropped off. I know I'm saying dropped off a lot of times, but it's fine. Okay, so if I click here, there is another feature we call rate the driver. So this is where you would rate your service. So exactly how your trip went, and things like that. So you can either give him 5 stars, which is excellent, or you can give him 1 star, which is not likely to happen because we have amazing drivers. Okay? So then you can give a compliment, right? So there's things that bother us sometimes when we get into cabs. Like sometimes it's really dirty and you're like, is it really worth it? Should I really get in this cab? And we don't want that. So we want people to basically have the experience that they want to have. So you can select neat and tidy, you can select excellent service, you can select great music, you can select great conversation. There are a lot of cab drivers that have amazing conversations. Like you speak to a driver and you're like, I know this person, I've met this person, but you've never met this person. So that's what you can also expert navigator. Like sometimes you get in a cab and you don't know where you're going. Someone just maybe told you the location. So some drivers are really, really good. They know Windhoek very well, so you can also just let us know that. And then you can add a personal note. So this is basically where you would just emphasize more on how excellent the service was. So here I can maybe say, this is the best thing that has happened to Namibia, you know? Okay, that's too long, but you know, if I could type that fast, I would. And then I can just click on done, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You are done. You can now request again. Okay, so I am now going to welcome on Dominic, and he's basically just gonna talk to you guys about the delivery side of things. So now we do deliveries, not trips anymore. Like, wow, look at us, you know? Okay, so welcome on Dominic, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah. Like you said, my name is Dominic, and I'll take you through our delivery product. Our delivery product is specifically made to allow you to move your package from point A to point B in a very safe, convenient, and very affordable way. So as for the ride, the first thing that you need to do is to select the product, in this case, the delivery. So here we go. And one of the first important And one of the most important things that you first need to do is to input the receiver's name and phone number. And our system is smart enough to just bind you and the receiver to the request so that both of you can track the delivery of the package seamlessly and in real time. So here I'll just put Dominic, and then the phone number of the receiver. And note that you have various different options, but let's go with 5, 6, 7. And as for the ride, you just need to specify a drop-off location, which is where exactly your package will be dropped off. Here I will just say, let's say, Nast. And I have an estimate of the drop-off. And you also have access to a delivery note, which allows you basically to specify any particular information that you want the driver to pay attention to while delivering your package. So here I don't have any, so I'll just keep on that. And basically you have to select different, you basically have access to 3 package sizes, which just correspond to the package that you want to deliver. You have access to small, medium, and large based on your package size. You can, in this case, I'll just select medium. And the app will give me basically an approximate of the fees. And we have access, as for the ride, to various delivery vehicle based on also the type of the package that you have. And for that, we partner with many different delivery providers, which made it, which allowed us to really successfully finalize this product. Among those delivery providers, we have people like Tuma, e-bikes for Africa, and 2 Point Delivery. Let's say for this one, I'll go with e-bikes. And you also have access to the different payment options. and the scheduling, S for the right, to today, right away today or tomorrow. And once you're done with all the settings and all the selection, you can move on to request for delivery. And the app will optimally dispatch your request to the closest driver based on many different factors to make this process very, very optimal. So in this case, after I've been accepted, I'll be able to see exactly the estimation of the driver. How far is it from a location? Here I can see 1 minute from pickup, and I can have access to many different options, many different details. And also note that the receiver will have access to also this real-time information. Yes, so yeah, basically, let's assume that the receiver doesn't have a TaxiConnect account. So the system is smart enough to bind him. Let's say after he creates his account, the system will automatically give him the delivery of the tracking of the package. Yeah, thank you. And I will call on Philippos to give more details about.
Thank you very much. I think Dominic really explained everything there is to the delivery. Just give me a second. Yeah, so also after your package has been delivered, like Dominic explained, that the person sending the package and the person receiving the package can both track the package, how far it is, and for you to receive a package, you don't necessarily have to have a TaxiConnect account. You receive an offline notification that tells you that your package is on its way. But if you want to track it, then it will give you a link where you can create an account on the app and then track it live on the application. But after you received it, you just, I think, you press confirm drop off, and here you can also really just rate the process. How was the process? How was the delivery? Was it fast? Was the tracking really on time? If it said 5 minutes away, was it really 5 minutes away? And then you can just give those compliments over there. And with that is version, okay, let me just do this quickly. And with that is version 2.0. That's the application, that's the features it has to offer. We really set long and really debated on some of the features that we need to exclude from the application because we wanted to leave the interface as user-friendly as possible without a lot of really interferences in the application. But that's the application, that's how it works. We're really excited, we really appreciate all the support we've received thus far, and we're really excited to see how version 2.0 is going to go. It's way faster in terms of requesting for a cab and a cab driver accepting it. The safety features, like Sarah has explained, is also way more enhanced. There's now an emergency button. You can immediately call when you're in panic. Also with that option, a question we frequently receive is, what will we do? What will we do as a service provider when a client gets into a cab and they feel like they've been sexually harassed, or they didn't like the manner in which the cab driver spoke to them? So with that, when you're rating the cab driver, you can give him 1 star, and then in the notes you can tell us exactly what took place. And with us, from our system, we're able to track, okay, you were in a cab at this time, the cab picked you up from TKO and dropped you off in Khomasdal. Your ride was approximately 25 minutes long. And with that, we can really take up the issue, because we want to provide a platform that is really safe for all women. We don't condone sexual, gender-based violence or harassment in any single form. So all those measures are really put in place to make sure that it's a coherently safe environment for every user to utilize. So with that, we've come to the conclusion of the demo of the new version of the app. And with that, we'd like to officially launch the application. But before we do it, we quickly want to play a video, a launch video of the new application to see some of the features it has in play. So stick your eyes to the TV, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.
I have a dream. I'll chase it. I'll chase it. I'll chase it. I have a dream, and I'll chase it. I'll chase it. I'll chase it. I will even use TaxiConnect to get on a cab. I will not let my dreams pass away, fighting every little thing in my way. I got a dream bigger than yesterday. I have a dream, and I'll chase it. I'll chase it. I'll chase it. Yeah, I've been chasing and racing. Yeah, trying to find myself. Made a lot of dead ends, fake friends, always asking.
Right, there you have it. That's the launch video for version 2.0. Just a disclaimer, the brilliant song you hear in the background, I wrote it myself. I'm the one singing, the guitar, everything. No, I'm just joking. The song was written, directed, crafted, choreographed, whatever else goes into the form of producing music by our very own Franz Marty, and he's sitting right there. He's going to have a chance to come up here and just serenade us a bit and just show us some of the more things he has to offer us. With that, I'd like us all to get those bottles, those shampopos that are on the table. I'd like someone at every table to just grab one and have it ready. Does everyone have a shampopo ready? And with that, I'd like us all to really get our glasses ready. What we're about to do now is we're about to do a toast for the launch to officially declare the new version up and running. And also with that, the old version was down since this morning. And we'd like to provide this opportunity to officially launch version 2.0. All our viewers, all our clients, all our users, as from this point, after the toast obviously, version 2.0 is going to be live. You don't need to delete the old application and try and install a new one. No, that whole process, we've already covered it for you. After this toast, it's going to be live. You can utilize version 2.0. You can make deliveries and all the nice things the new version has to offer. So with that, everyone with a shampopo, do you have it ready? So I'm going to do a countdown. Unfortunately, we don't have any drums to do a drum roll, but I'd like us all to pop the shampopos in 3, 2, 1. Hooray! Can someone maybe also just pour me a glass? Please don't forget me. And with that, really, thank you everyone. But before we officially conclude, I'd like to call on Mr. Franz Marty to come serenade us a bit with his skills and maybe just show us more of what the TaxiConnect song is all about. So very soon we are going to publish an album we're very diverse. We're not only focusing on mobile applications, we're also artists in the making. So our album is coming next. I think it's going to be called the TaxiConnect album. And this is the very first single on the album. So guys, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy Mr. Marty's performance. A round of applause for him, please. And I think the food is ready, so let's dine, let's socialize, let's enjoy the food. And cheers, guys. Thank you for being here with us.
One, two, mic check, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Cool. One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Switch this. I cannot pick it up clearly from here. I cannot hear myself clearly from here. Just use this one. Yeah, I cannot hear myself. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, this is much better. So, my name is Franz. I'm honored to be here to share this song with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I believe in my dreams. I believe in my dreams. I believe. I have a dream, I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I have a dream, I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I will even use TaxiConnect to get on a cab. I will not let my dream pass away, fighting every little thing in my way. Got a dream bigger than yesterday. The way that I walk, the way that I talk, I will not let my dream pass away, fighting every little thing in my way. Got a dream bigger than yesterday. I have a dream, I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I have a dream, I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I have a dream, 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 dream. I have a dream, I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I will even use TaxiConnect to get on a cab. I will not let my dream pass away, fighting every little thing in my way. I got a dream bigger than yesterday. You can see it in the way that I walk, the way that I talk. I will not let my dream pass away, fighting every little thing in my way. Got a dream bigger than yesterday. Said I'll chase it, and I'll chase it, I'll chase it. Dream, dream,
you so much. That was Dream.
Mic check. Can I have everyone's attention for the very final time? From the team, from everyone, would just like to say thank you really for all of you for being here, for continuously supporting us on the journey for the past 12 months. We really appreciate it. And with that, we'd like to conclude the event. That was version 2.0. I hope you guys enjoy it. We are always open to hear the feedback, whether good or whether bad. This platform is for you guys, for everyone, so we want to make it as amazing as possible. So we'd really appreciate every single feedback we can get from this. So with that, thank you guys, and enjoy the evening.
Yeah, I've been chasing and racing, yeah, trying to find myself. Made a lot of dead ends, fake friends, always asking for help. I have a dream, I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I have a dream, and I'll chase it, I'll chase it, I'll chase it. I will even use TaxiConnect to get on a cab. I will not let my dreams pass away, fighting every little thing in my way. I got a dream bigger than yesterday. I have a dream, and I'll chase